welcome to the second part of the video where I show you how to install a hard drive into your computer. It's pretty simple. You should watch my first video before doing anything. I explain to you how dangerous static can be, and I'll say it again, make sure you don't have any static on you. You can de-static yourself by touching a metal faucet or a metal window or even a metal door in your house that is grounded. You can also buy an anti-static wrist strap, which costs just a few dollars, and it's worth the investment. As you can see here, this is the graphics card that I installed and I showed you earlier. These are my other two hard drives. I believe the top one is a 500 gigabyte, excuse me, it's a 750 gigabyte, and and the bottom one is a 500 gigabyte hard drive. I have a space here, here, and here to install the next one. These are the SATA cables, the orange cables. These will go connect into the hard drive. This is the power source cable. It comes directly from the power source unit over here. I would install it over here, but because the graphics card is so big, it won't let me install it properly. And since this is a temporary hard drive just to test, to make sure it works, I'm going to install it in between these two drives, test it out, and see how it goes. And here is the hard drive that I introduced to you the other day. The connectors are here, and I'm going to quickly slide it down. It's a pretty easy fit. Once you slide it in, make sure that you can screw it in as well. The two holes will come out over here. Since this is a temporary drive, I'm going to only screw in one, because I'll be taking it out just a few minutes after I make sure it works. Once that's done, I can go into the power cable. It's this one, it goes into the bottom over here. Make sure you push it in straight. You don't want to bend anything. You don't want to force anything in. Once that's in, you can work on your SATA cable. As you can see over here, the SATA cables are connected to the motherboard. It's labeled SATA 0 through 3, and I have 3 of them set up so far. I'm going to reconnect my old hard drive first. It snaps on. Make sure you also don't bend it. Just push it in straight and it snaps on. Here is my third one. Just snap it in. And this is the fourth one. This is the third one actually. The middle one. Snap it in. This motherboard allows me to install 4 hard drives. I still have one left, but I won't be using them. Once this is done, you just make sure you don't have any wires touching the fans like this one is over here. You should make sure it's a little neater. I'll be plugging this into my case fan, so it won't be interfering anyway. Once everything is set, you can close it back up, turn your computer on, and go into BIOS. We'll have to go into BIOS of the motherboard and the computer to see if it's actually working. Well, when it comes up, it'll tell you to press something to go into BIOS. It's usually delete, F12, F8, escape. It depends. On mine, it's delete. We go into Advanced BIOS. We look at the hard drive. The hard drive boot priority. As you can see, there's 3 hard drives here instead of 1. Instead of the 2 that I had before. We have, these are all Seagates, so they look alike, but you can tell difference. The top one, it says 1000, that's a terabyte. Second one's 500 gigabytes. That's the very first one that I have, in the 750 gigabyte. My 500 gigabyte hard drive has the Windows XP installation, and my 750 gigabyte has the Windows 7 installation. You can move them up and down by pressing page up or page down. I'm going to put the 750 gig to launch first because it has my Windows XP installed, and I know that it works. I'll press escape again, and I'm going to save and exit setup. Press Y. So there you have it. It's pretty much working. You'll see it up here as well. It'll come up 1, 2, 3 hard drives. It's being recognized. I'll also show you in my Windows XP installation that it's working properly. See, this is my boot menu. I can switch between Windows 7 and Windows XP. I'll go into my Windows XP. It takes a while. It's an old installation. The Windows 7 launch is much faster. Sorry about that. I had to stop the recording. It takes a while for my XP to load up. This is my computer window. As you can see, it has the C drive and the M drive. The J drive is the reserved for my 750 gig hard drive here. It's Windows XP isn't recognizing it, so there's a couple of ways you can do this. First, you go into My Computer on your desktop. You right click and you click Manage. Once you have that, you have a little window come up. Right under Storage, you have Disk Management, and pop-up will come up. It says Welcome to the Initialize and Convert Disk Wizard. You follow it. It has a disk here. Make sure it's checked. You click Next. You click it, and once you finish, and it's right here. It's on top. 931 gigs of free space. You can name it anything you want. New volume. It's just simple, I guess. You can partition it so no matter disk space. I'll keep it at max, and the letter I will give it is S for Seagate. Volume label, let's say new HDD. Perform a quick format. It'll make sure everything is gone, and click next and finish. And now we see it here. It popped up here in my computer. It has the letter S on it. It's new HDD. It has 931 gigs of free space. Once I go in there, it's empty and it's available for use. That's how you install a hard drive properly on Windows XP. I will show you how to do it on Windows 7, but I haven't done it yet. I will try to do it when I'm building my new computer. I'll show you how to do it. Over there, I'll install Windows 7 there fully, not Windows XP, so you'll have an idea of what's going on. So this is the basics of how to install a hard drive properly on a Windows XP system. Make sure that you don't have any static when you're handling the computer components, and make sure that you don't have any operating system on the hard drive, anything that you want to lose, because in order for XP to detect it properly without any special modifications or software, you'll have to format it so that it recognizes it. And now, if you'll excuse me, I have to take out the hard drive and get it ready for my next computer build. I don't want to get it too hot. I don't want to get it too used right now. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe. See you later.